Genocide is not an unimaginable horror. It was thoroughly imagined, meticulously planned, and brutally executed by people who had identified other human beings as its, not human beings. Martin Buber said, I am I, and you are thou. I'm unique, and you're unique, and we each have a gift to bring to the common humanity, the we. We are interdependent, interrelated, and interconnected, unless, of course, I make you an it. In Nazi Germany, they didn't kill Jews. They killed vermin and bacteria eating at the fabric of our society. They didn't kill Tutsis in Rwanda. They killed cockroaches. Cambodians, worms, Armenians, dogs. What do you do with vermin? You exterminate them. But it didn't start in the killing fields of Cambodia, and it didn't start with the Hutu powers' machetes or the Nazis' death camps. It started in the schoolyard. When a kid would call another kid a fag, a queer, a slut or a whore, a cockroach, stupid, fatso, dumb, that's where it starts. Bullying is not a conflict. Conflict's normal, natural, and necessary. Bullying is none of that. Bullying is a conscious, willful, deliberate, hostile activity intended to harm where you get pleasure from somebody else's pain. I can take a Matthew Shepard, beat him up, tie him to a fence post, leave him to die in Laramie, Wyoming. And when those two young boys were arrested, they said, yeah, but he was gay. Take a black man in Jasper, Texas, James Byrd, drag him on the back of a pickup till he's decapitated. And when those three young boys were arrested, they said, yeah, but he was black. Renee Verk, 15 years old. 100 kids knew about her death in British Columbia before her parents or the police. Some of those kids cheered those kids on as they broke her arms before they drowned her. And one of those young people said, yeah, but she was brown and ugly and fat. I didn't like her. The other said, ooh, I couldn't stand the sound of her voice. You see, it is a short walk. So where do we begin to break this horrific cycle of violence? And I'm often asked if I'm concerned about the violence our kids are exposed to. I am. I am concerned about the virtual violence and the non-virtual violence. Because whether it's real or imagined in our lives, it impacts us. But I'm also just as concerned about the humor our kids are exposed to. Bill Cosby said it so beautifully. I do miss the days when comedy wasn't mean, when it wasn't at the expense of another human being. I send young people home and say, watch your favorite show and write down every time you hear someone laughing at someone, not with them. Remember, bullying is getting pleasure from somebody else's pain.